I've got a 62-year-old comic book right here for one of my favorite DC characters of all time, and it's the first appearance of one of his major rogues. Can you guess who it is? Let's take a look. Okay, what I have here is The Flash, number 140 from 1963. The artist is Carmine Infantino, and the writer was John Broome. So I really love this issue for like a multitude of reasons. Number one, it's from the era of Flash that I like to call the Carmine Infantino era, which is basically all the Flash before issue 200, because Carmine Infantino did the art, and I think he does amazing art for the Silver Age. So it's really, really great to get any book in that range just for the Carmine Infantino art. Now, this is an awesome cover featuring Captain Cold and Heatwave. And what's interesting about this book and what makes it a key is that this is actually the first appearance of Heatwave, who, as you know, is one of the Flash's major rogues. He's a longtime staple in Flash comics. And it's so cool to have him and Captain Cold both on the cover. And because this is the first appearance of Heatwave, this book can go for up to $520 in high grade. Now, mine, I wouldn't call high grade. It does have some issues, but it's in pretty good condition, though I paid nowhere near that amount to get this comic in my collection. So I'm really happy to have it in such great condition in my collection. So in my opinion, The Flash is top 3 when it comes to DC heroes. I absolutely love The Flash. In fact, I'm wearing a shirt that my wife made me about The Flash. It's the first 3 races between Superman and Flash, and it says those were for charity, Clark, because the Flash famously says to Superman, when Superman says, well, we've raced in the past, the Flash says, those were for charity, Clark, and he smokes him. And I actually have those issues. One of my favorite things in my entire collection is this, which is a collection of all 3 issues that are actually on this shirt in this really cool frame. I also have all 3 Flash from the Silver Age omnibuses. I'm most of the way through reading this one, and these are awesome as well. Amazing Carmine Infantino art in there. I think I just opened to the page where he becomes the Flash, and yeah, just you got Captain Cold. Really, really cool stuff in here. I highly recommend picking up these omnis if you're interested in the Silver Age. This is, you know, it's the Silver Age, so it's not the best reading material, for being honest, but it is really cool to see the history of these characters, where it all started for DC. It's in this book. And let's quickly talk about Mick Rory. I'm going to give a very short version of this. Basically, he's like a pyromaniac who set fire to his house, unaliving his whole family as a kid, and then moved around and did multiple other arsons, resulting in unaliving people. And finally, he wanted to use that skill as an arsonist to basically become a supervillain. So he builds a flamethrower that can just fit in one hand, and he uses that to fight against the Flash as one of the rogues. But yeah, I'm just super happy to have this really cool Flash comic in my collection with 2 of his major rogues, a first appearance of Heatwave, and just an awesome Carmine Infantino cover.